He sleeps like a baby. You up for a little field trip?
Where to?
To the House of Art. You like that place, right?
Love it! I've even got a student ticket for it, so I don't have to pay. And you neither, cause I can take a +1. Field trip on a budget extravaganza!
Great. Get up and let's go.
I've never seen so many people here before.
They must be here for some sort of celebration. I wonder what's the occasion. Fortunately, no one asked us for invitations. Although it was quite fun dressing up last time.
Hey, Judith! Earth to Judith?
Sorry, I was just considering something.
I could see that. So what are we doing here?
There's something hidden away here. Something I need.
Right. Is this related to those weirdos from yesterday?
Just help me out, okay?
Did you knock someone out again? Don't look at me like that. Dorothea just texted me.
Trust me, even you would have thrown a punch.
So, what is it that you're looking for? Treasure? The Holy Grail? Purpose in life?
I knew you'd be like this.
What? Like, wanting to know why you're doing all this?
Oh, how weird. My brother cares about me. The tragedy.
Ugh. Fine. There's this thing Grandpa Wilhelm was looking into. And it turns out it's this big mystery. All these riddles and whatnot. And now, others are also going after it.
Sounds like some sort of spy shit.
Yeah, that pretty much describes it.
So cool. I'm in.
Taking the wrong lessons from what I said, as always. Now, what's that supposed to be? An exhibit for toilet humor? It reads, Bending Life. 2016, Satoshi Nakamoto. Tube sculpture with aluminum alloy. Bullshit. That style. It looks just like the picture in the secret salon. What do you make of this?
Oh, that's what you were after? Looks like expressionism. Those people, in black and white, they sorta, kinda look like nuns. Seems like they're praising this broken bone. The stuff around them, the spiky things, symbolize Mira. Must be a holy relic or something. There was a time when people traded with the bones of various saints. But it's really strange to see something like this depicted in a expressionistic print.
If I want to do anything here, I'll have to get rid of the crowd somehow. Same style again. If I want to do anything here, I'll have to get rid of the crowd somehow. What a weird painting. This painting consists of several illustrations, but I don't understand what they mean. I probably need to read the description first. Wait, I can't believe I suggested that. I actually hate those. The description reads, Journey of Eternity. Approximately 1500. Unknown artist. This painting illustrates a journey of a secret recipe over the centuries. The first era illustrates the king of India, Zarathustra, and a kung fu master. The king is reading from a scroll and drinking a milky liquid known as Hauma. Legend has it that the king became immortal because of that drink. The second era shows the kung fu master meditating, now knowing the recipe for a drink of eternal life. He carved the ingredients for Hauma into his lower leg. A man is lurking behind him. He then kills him with a stone. The third era shows the man again at the Zoroastrian Tower of Silence. He has obviously drunk a glass of Hauma, and his female lover is drinking it too. At the same time, a raven steals part of the secret recipe. In the 4th era, a ship is leaving the medieval city of Constantinople. 3 nuns hold a bone above their head with their hands, singing like in ecstasy. We also see a man longing for the bone and a woman about to attack him with a mysterious frog creature. In the last era, we see all of them again, walking in different directions. What a fascinating story. Now I know the chronological order of these 5 illustratings on the painting, I guess. A security door. Probably has some important stuff hidden behind it. I'm sure the board cashier at the House of Arts won't notice if I just show him this old ticket from JB in order to get in. Back again. Did I say I hate this place? I hate this place. Maybe you can help me out. This piece looks very strange.
Isn't all art quite strange to you?
Will you let me finish? This shows some kind of bird with a split tail, right? And around it are suns and bones, and it's carrying a bone as well.
So, you want an interpretation of that? The sun usually represents life, and bones may symbolize mortality, but also permanency. So, my guess would be the bird is some kind of phoenix. They exist in many forms in many cultures. In Egypt, it was called the Bennu. In Persia, Hauma. Not to be confused with Hauma, a bird symbolizing a godly drink.
You have so much brain and you use it so rarely. Thanks, JB. There's something hidden away here. Something I need.
A hidden treasure in the basement of the House of Arts. Right.
I guess it's under the House of Arts.
Well, with such a neoclassical building, you never know if the floor is old or new.
Maybe it's a good idea to take a closer look at the floor. Have you been to this exhibition before?
Nope. This one is new to me too. These are very cool though. These pieces. Some of these pieces are inspired by old artwork. Exploring questions like what do old and ancient works look like with modern techniques? Or modern interpretations. Of course, when I say modern, I'm talking about early 20th century, obviously.
Yeah, very interesting.
One day, you'll get it. But thanks for asking me along. I never know if you actually like doing things together.
I've just been busy.
Yeah, busy.
What's that supposed to mean?
Last time I checked, you were busy collecting bottles.
Listen to the pot calling the kettle black.
Ugh, sorry I brought it up.
So, I need to take a closer look at these things over there. Could you go outside and make sure nobody's watching me?
You want me to be a distraction? Are you going to commit crimes?
I would never say it like that. But...
Say no more. I'm right where I need to be. Gather around, everyone. Let me tell you a little about the history of this place. Don't worry, we'll get to this room soon. Let me first show you an incredibly special piece right down this hallway.
All right, my brother's making sure nobody comes in. Let's see. Let's see now. I got it! Careful now. It's some sort of metal box, similar to the one I found in the Bavaria statue. Fortunately, this one just opens up. Inside is a stack of letters. That letter looks ancient. And this handwriting. It's difficult for me to read, and the letter is quite long. Best to break it into parts. My beloved Lord, I cry to thee looking for forgiveness, for my sins are grave and many in number. I was unfaithful to you, to my vows and my sisters. I fell in sinful love with a man. I deceived you, but in the end, I deceived him also. In Constantinople, my sisters and I deciphered the text about a holy relic. It probably referred to the holy saint of Thessalonica. So, we have love, betrayal, and some ancient relic. I think I'm in for an interesting read. Today, I wish we had never learned of this relic. But as we did so, did this man, whom I loved and betrayed in equal parts, learned of us in our findings. A man of state, a businessman, educated and handsome. Venerable and tall, like his name, Maximilian Alexander Primus. I fell in love with him, but I wasn't able to protect him. Maximilian Alexander Primus. That's quite the mouthful. For some reason, I think of some Roman gladiator or a Spartan soldier. My sisters and I were supposed to bring the bone across the Black Sea to Europe. I thought Maximilian a Christian man because he promised to help us with this dangerous journey. Later, I learned he had wanted the bone for himself. I nearly helped him achieve that goal, betraying my sisters in act and not just in mind. He showed us a way out of Constantinople, but we were stopped by a young woman, pretty as a picture. And as dangerous as she was beautiful, she and him fought. They fell into the floods during the crossing. We could only save the bone of Thessaloniki, but unfortunately not us. Alright, so according to this, they really did find that holy relic. And there's another person after it as well. Or maybe another lover exacting revenge after this guy ran off with a bunch of nuns? When we arrived ashore, we found ourselves in a country we did not know, with a language we did not speak. We fell prey to carnal lust and could not return to our Italian homeland. We had to separate. 2 of my sisters had become pregnant and we parted ways. My new home is here in Munich. I have new sisters who take good care of me. But still, I fear all the travels and suffering will take their toll soon. I did hold on to the bone that was so important to my beloved Maximilian. After I saw him fall into the waters, I couldn't bring myself to give it up to the church after all. Tonight, I will bury it in a safe, sacred place. I have never quite given up hope that Maximilian survived his fight. I beg of you, dear Lord, I'll gladly endure purgatory if only you spare Maximilian for me. Please, make it so that these pages will find him. He will know what to do. In eternal reverence to you, Sister Bladina. Pages? Plural? But it's just the one, or am I missing something? Somehow, this gives just as many questions as it answers things. Okay, so this nun, Sister Blondina, she brought the bone to Munich in the end. Well, now I could see why Joseph hid this. Just what is going on?
Judith, I better leave. I think they're becoming mistrustful. See ya, bye.
Of course, JB. I wonder if the nun paintings I've seen in the salon in the House of Arts are somehow connected to the nuns I've read about in this letter. Assuming the nun's relic and the bone are the same object. And JB said the bird, Phoenix, Hauma bird? Whatever, represents eternal life. That means the nuns brought something with them that makes people immortal. How? I mean, assuming for a moment reality is on a break and all this stuff is possible. Maximilian Alexander Primus, or in short, MAP. Is it a coincidence? Or is that bastard that abducted me related to the person in this letter? Or are they the same person? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. If the bone gives eternal life, again, assuming this kind of stuff is even possible, the slimy dude could be the same person as the one in the letter. How old would he be now? At least some 100 years, right? That's crazy. He can't be. But if so, it means he was in possession of the bone once and became immortal. But then he lost it. The nuns found it. So the immortal guy loses the relic that makes people immortal. The nuns bring it to Munich. If I were to believe this is real for a moment, does it mean the bone's still here? In Munich?
Let's see if I can bring everything together and figure out what's going on. Huh? Something just changed in the other room. I think somebody is about to hold a speech.
Welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's been a while since I've had to entertain such a crowd. Last time, I can assure you the uniforms were very different. But that is all in the past that should never be celebrated, never be repeated. Instead, I'd like to celebrate my gift to this museum. When I first heard of this painting, I knew it should be given to the people of Munich. It is an exemplary piece of history, both old and modern. A true celebration of what we are about as a people, as Bavarians. I can only say so many words. Now, it's time for you all to form your own.
That man. I know him. But from where? Ugh, damn, my head again. That headache.
I need to figure out what was going on when I blacked out. And I think this man has something to do with it. And I need to do this right now. Is there something in my possession that could trigger my memories?
I remember it now. I remember what happened last night. What? Where am I? Why is everything so unclear? But I'm in one piece. And I can still feel my grandpa's journal in my pocket.
Hey! Where's my stuff? Oh, right. Something happened. Somebody brought me here. Did they drug me? There's this strange white powder all over my face and clothes.
Whatever this is, it's giving me a huge headache.
Let's see if Grandpa mentioned anything about this. Oh, something stuck to this page. A sheet of some sort of thin leather. According to the description in the journal, I should roll this up into a cigarette. Huh. Never thought my freaking abuse of smokables would come in handy. I remember there were candles left and right. There is a matchbox I used to light them. I remember that I used one of the matches to light the cigarette.
A lit cigarette.
If the journal is correct, this should help me clear my head. That's exactly what I needed.
What is that painting? If I'm careful, I can escape.
And where do you think you're going?
Charlie, is that any way to greet our guest? Ah, Miss Hartman. So nice to meet you. I'm sorry we are meeting under these circumstances, but I assure you, I don't mean any harm.
You abduct me and drug me, and you don't mean any harm. I hate to see what you'd do to me if you did.
I'd hate to see that for you, too.
What do you want from me?
Your investigation, Miss Hartman. I've been following it with some interest. You're getting further than most people.
Who are you?
My name is Maximilian Alexander Primus. But at some point, my adversary started referring to me as Map. And I suppose it stuck around. You must still have many questions.
What am I doing here?
I wanted to have a conversation. In an environment of my choice under my control.
You abduct people just to have a conversation with them?
I do. Does that worry you?
Just seems a little psycho.
Spoken like a person who doesn't share my life experiences. But now that we're talking, I realize you're a lot further than I'd hoped. I'll just have to move quicker. Charlie, prepare the sketches. We want them there next dawn. And once we're done, destroy everything still here. What else would you like to know?
What do you know about me?
Charlie told me about the events at the Oktoberfest. And I understand that you're currently following Schulein's trail.
What is it to you?
You're dealing with the legacy of people I used to know quite well. Take Joseph, for instance.
How do you know about him?
We go way back. But that story is for another time. What else would you like to know?
I think I'd like to hear that story now.
Understandable. But you're asking me to explain the ocean to a mole. You have no idea what you're even looking for. I don't think you even know the lion, the fox, and the frog, do you? Figures. Let me tell you that Joseph was a thief and a fool of a man. The lame fools will go to protect what they believe is their legacy. Perhaps that's why your grandfather and him got along. Well, before he ruined that, as he did with everything. But, you know, Judith, sometimes it's best to just live your life and not engage with such foolery. You must still have many questions.
What do you know about my grandfather?
I thought I'd meet you one day. Like grandfather, like granddaughter, right? I know he gave up on his quest when family became involved. I told him, you know, if he pressed his luck, people could die. I just hoped it wasn't anyone he truly cared about. It was uncalled for.
What are you talking about?
You don't know? About your grandfather, your parents? Shame. What else would you like to know?
Tell me about my parents.
Not so fast. I've already told you so much. I want something in return.
Ask me anything.
Not an answer, an item. Miss Hartman, the journal. Give me the journal and I'll tell you everything.
First, you tell me all these things that raise so many questions. And now you tell me you won't answer any of it until I give you the journal. No, I don't play that game.
Shoot yourself. Just know I can tell you anything you'd ever want to know. Should you change your mind, call me. Charlie, can you ensure our guest returns home safely?
Of course.
So that's what happened. So this man... This map guy wants the bone, and for some reason he needs me to find it. Why? Oh, Shaline and Grandpa must have been searching for it as well. And maybe Shaline found it and left some breadcrumbs for Grandpa? But why? I feel like there's a gap. I'm missing some information. Anyway, I start following this trail and I make progress. Somehow, that immortal guy finds out about it. And then he wants me to work for him. Why? He surely knows more about the bone than I do. But maybe not where it is? I must know something he doesn't. My grandpa's journal. It contains the information Map lacks, along with the stuff from Shaline I already found.
This is all such a mindfuck. Like, am I buying into all that? Relics and immortals and a nun and...
Oh, fuck. I should go.
Judith! I didn't expect to see you here. I'm sorry, everyone. I just happened to see a friend I had not seen for a long time. Please, excuse me. As for us, let's go somewhere more quiet.
I'm not going anywhere. Not until I have answers. I found the letter. You got some explaining to do.
And like I've told you, I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. But first, you know what I want. The journal, Judith. Give it to me and I'll tell you anything.
I'm not giving up my only guide. But I do want answers. I'll make him answer. Map, tell me what's happening here. Because I won't hesitate to be at the end of your very, very long tale.
A weapon? Judith, you know better than to choose violence.
Do I? If you've been paying any attention to me, you know I do this.
Charlie, get the journal. Now.
Where am I? What happened? What is this place? This woman, did she rescue me? Why? I have to find out what's going on.